mine. I made the earth, the mountains, the prairies, the rivers, and the forests. I made the people and all the animals. This is why I say that I alone am chief. I can never die. It is true the winter makes me old and weak, but every summer I grow young again. What one of all the animals is the smartest? The Sun went on. It is a raven, for he always finds food. He is never hungry. Which one of all the animals is the most to be reverenced? It is the buffalo. Of all the animals I like him best. He is for the people. He is your food and your shelter. What part of his body is sacred? It is the tongue that belongs to me. What else is sacred? Berries. They too are mine. Come with me now and see the world. The Sun took Scarface to the edge of the sky, and they looked down and saw the world. It is flat and round, and all around the edge it goes straight down. Then said the Sun, "If any man is sick or in danger, his wife may promise to build me a lodge if he recovers. If the woman is good, then I shall be pleased and help the man. But if she is not good, or if she lies, then I shall be angry. You shall build the lodge like the world, round with walls, but first you must build a sweat lodge of 100 sticks. It shall be arched like the sky, and one half of it shall be painted red for me, the other half you shall paint black for the night." He told Scarface all about making the medicine lodge, and when he had finished speaking, he rubbed some medicine on the young man's face, and the scar that had been there disappeared. He gave him 2 raven feathers, saying, "These are a sign for the girl that I gave her to you. They must always be worn by the husband of the woman who builds a medicine lodge." Now Scarface was ready to return home. The Sun and Morning Star gave him many good presents. The Moon cried and kissed him, and was sorry to see him go. Then the Sun showed him the short trail. It was the Wolf Road, the Milky Way. He followed it and soon reached the ground. It was a very hot day. All the lodge skins were raised, and the people sat in the shade. There was a chief, a very generous man, who all day long was calling out for feasts, and people kept coming to his lodge to eat and smoke with him. Early in the morning this chief saw sitting on a butte near by a person close wrapped in his robe. All day long this person sat there and did not move. When it was almost night the chief said, "That person has sat there all day in the strong heat, and he has not eaten or drunk. Perhaps he is a stranger. Go and ask him to come to my lodge." Some young men ran up to the person and said to him, "Why have you sat here all day in the great heat? Come to the shade of the lodges. The chief asks you to eat with him." The person rose and threw off his robe, and the young men were surprised. He wore fine clothing. His bow, shield, and other weapons were of strange make, but they knew his face, although the scar was gone, and they ran ahead shouting, "The scar-faced poor young man has come. He is poor no longer. The scar on his face is gone." All the people hurried out to see him and to ask him questions. "Where did you get all these fine things?" He did not answer. There in the crowd stood a young woman, and taking the 2 raven feathers from his head, he gave them to her and said, "The trail was long and I nearly died, but by those helpers I found his lodge. He is glad. He sent these feathers to you. They are the sign." Great was her gladness then. They were married and made the first medicine lodge, as the Sun had said. The Sun was glad. He gave them great age. They were never sick. When they were very old, one morning their children called to them, "Awake, rise and eat." They did not move. In the night together in sleep, without pain, their shadows had departed to the sand hills. End of chapter 11.